Speaking of making money, this is what I wanted to bring up before. I can't remember how I forgot about it. Today, this morning, I had TV on while I was just getting ready to get out of here. I had to come here. And the Sunday morning show or whatever was on. The one with Larry Emger and what's the other one? The woman's name?
Yeah. I can't remember her name. But.
Don't know if it was just repeating whatever comes on during the week. Yeah. They did a whole segment on a woman who's gotten plastic surgery to look like Barbie.
That's an old story, isn't it?
Every year there's a woman that comes out that looks like Barbie, right? And I'm just looking at it. Firstly, she didn't look like Barbie. She was just a blonde.
An abomination.
Yeah, she just looked like a blonde with fake lips and fake hands, right? That was it. And I'm like...
You know who looks like Barbie? What's her name? Who's actually playing Barbie?
Margot Robbie. Yeah, she does.
She's gorgeous.
She actually does look like Barbie.
Yeah, legit. Nothing needed.
Yeah, right? And I'm just watching this interview, right? And Larry just going off. But this is what was disturbing. This is what really pissed me off. The tone of the interview was talking as if she'd done this miraculous thing. Get $100K worth of surgery from the time she was 18. She's in the early 20s now. They were talking like they were fully engrossed in who she was. Didn't look anything like Barbie. It's not like she's an entertainer and goes to kids parties or anything like that. She's just some random blonde. No, Aussie.
Yeah, I know.
It's usually Russians.
Yeah, Russians are knee deep in that. But I was just watching it and I'm thinking this is where Larry Emger's career is now finally settled. They were acting as if she was doing something completely unique, completely innovative, incredibly mesmerizing. They're asking follow-up questions oh, no, I feel like you've convinced your family to get plastic surgery as well. She's going off, right, just talking about this shit. And then I thought, fuck this. So I've looked her up, right? Lo and behold, she pays for all her things, all her surgery via a sugar daddy, feels sorry for people that can't afford her lifestyle, and has an OnlyFans page. This is mainstream TV. And I thought, well, is there a flip? Is it am I being a misogynist now? So I thought of the flip. There's that Ken guy, that Ken doll, the human Ken doll guy, but he's just a freak. No one takes him seriously. Then you got the guys that tattoo themselves to look like lizards and all that sort of stuff, and they become their own traveling attraction. They either get parts in movies as characters, or they just do tours and stuff. But I thought, we are at a point where a woman whose only claim to fame is that she has an OnlyFans page, she has a sugar daddy to pay for her surgery.
And she spent a lot of money on surgery.
And they were fully engrossed in the conversation.
It's morning TV.
I'm this close to emailing him to say, dude, seriously, is this where you're at? Is this where you're at? And when I Googled her, she came up in a news.com article as well. Amazing. Woman spent $100,000 on surgery.
Have you seen Idiocracy?
Still haven't seen it.
You have to watch it.
I was just I don't watch TV, man, but I just couldn't understand. How did we get to that?
Because you haven't been watching TV.
Is that mainstream media now?
Essentially, that's morning TV. That is morning TV because not that it's the lowest common denominator, but it's got to be feel good.
But what's so feel good about it?
Hey.
No, but I couldn't understand how these two hosts were tap dancing around this blonde like she was doing something unique and innovative. She's got cans done in the face.
Think about it this way. If they don't praise her, think of the outcry from the people that are very vocal about it.
What are they praising, though? She just got some work done. And the thing is, the backstory of it is she has a sugar daddy and she has an OnlyFans. How's this anything to promote?
So everyone else's backstory?
Yeah.
That's what they all pretty much are.
Well, that's what I mean.
And then the delusion on the OnlyFans is that they don't have a partner or a sugar daddy, and then all the guys are drooling over them, throwing money, thinking that they're going to somehow get laid at some point for something.
How has it evolved to that, though?
Because men are sad, desperate human beings that will throw money at things. It's just the reality. It doesn't work as much on the other side of it. They're not throwing money at us.
No, never.
We're making all the money, so we're throwing it at them because we get to see boobs. Pornhub.com, people. Please.
I didn't think we'd evolved to that.
Oh, it's long. It's been a while now.
No, but everyone on the internet has an OnlyFans page, right? You look up anyone on Instagram, 9 times out of 10, they're going to have
Any
an OnlyFans.
streamer, anyone on YouTube at this point, anyone online.
Everyone eventually goes nude somewhere.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it crossed over into mainstream where your news.com.au articles are linking up with Sunrise.
Oh, yeah, no, it's been happening.
But they're acting like...
It's some kind of game-changing career decision that...
This was the whole story, that she got work done worth 100K.
Don't go and interview a pilot of like a mainstream...
That's what I mean.
You know, like go and interview the OnlyFans chick with a sugar daddy. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you were a TV host in that situation, could you actively engage with that interviewer?
No.
I couldn't do it.
No, I couldn't do it.
If I was Larry Emger...
I'd be raging inside. I'd be burning with rage.
If they brought me that, if the producer said, this is who you're talking to this morning, I'd be like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they have a call on that?
Oh, man, I don't think they can. Like I said, I mean, think about it this way. If they turned around and said, I'm not doing that, or they did it and they were like somewhat negative or hostile to that, like that show, ultimately it's not them, right? They're just doing their job. They're being told what to do. The people that are organizing that, you can't fight it. It'd be like going into work, your boss telling you do this, and you're like, no. Well,
but this is what I'm finding really hard to reconcile. In the same breath, like on the same show, they might be talking to like a cancer survivor that went on, like became a marathon runner. You know, finished chemo in June, finished a triathlon in September.
Yeah. 2 minutes of airtime.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? But Larry was literally jumping out of his shirt to inquire about this woman's plastic surgery.
And all he wanted to know in the end was what the link was to the OnlyFans. Tell me more.
No.
Where can people find you?
I can't reconcile it, man. How is that TV? How is that programming?
It's pretty crazy. I mean, obviously I did that test with OnlyFans, right? Because I was genuinely curious, like you are, as to how we've come this far and why it's so interesting and why it does something to your brain similar to like gambling or taking drugs where you're feeling good in the moment.
Yeah.
It's the same weird feeling. It's like something's happening that when you are giving money, you feel like you're in control almost of that person. You feel like you have a say as to what's going on, and your entitlement is to, I'm privileged enough, or I'm in that position where I have money to spend that I can buy that person's shame, which, they're not really ashamed.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, that's something so private and personal that most people shouldn't see, that once upon a time you would have to hide from people, that you would have to go to a really private place to go,
Yeah, now I've got money and that's leverage.
Now it's like, if I have the money, the porn's available to me. Like, people on the street, everyday people, not prostitutes, not professionals in the industry who are like succumb to that because they have no other choice. These are everyday neighborhood people that you could run into that you can now see, a spread of them. It does something weird. There's a weird chemical reaction that happens. I don't know. I don't think there's ever been a study on it, but
here's a question: could you use AI and create that? Remember, I think you asked it you said in the page in the WhatsApp group. Create AI porn and start an OnlyFans.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why when you said the Instagram thing,
yeah,
I still firmly believe it's easy to do it.
Could you use AI to create, say, consistent content using the same template face or same template body?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or is it always random?
No, absolutely you could. So in AI generators at the moment, in most of the mainstream ones that are available, you can actually upload images to the AI generator and you can tell it, I want you to always incorporate this image that I'm uploading. So take the face off my image and always put that face on these images. And it will do it.
Why aren't we making money doing this? I'm serious.
I mean, we can try it. We can definitely have a crack at it.
I'm all for it.
My belief is that it already exists.
All right.
People are already doing it.
Think of it like Weird Science, the show, right? They use a computer to generate the perfect woman who came to life.
Yeah.
What if we just create whatever fetish? Pick a fetish, a niche market that we can easily market. AI create some images, lewds and nudes.
Yeah.
Yeah? And sell them.
Well, the problem is that No, it wouldn't be a problem, but you can sell them. But the thing is, so much of it already exists for free online.
So what?
You just have to cross your fingers and get lucky.
No, I'm serious. We'll start an
you
Instagram page.
You couldn't market it as false advertising too. You just have to leave it broad enough that people assume it's real or assume that what you're posting is one person. But you wouldn't specifically say, this is a real page, this is a real person.
No. Just market it as the model of your dreams.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Which, essentially, that's what AI now is. It can create the perfect person for you.
But it's not hard.
No.
I literally created, I remember just on the phone talking to a mate, I punched in a few directives, like dude, long hair, whatever, beard, yada, yada. Came up, spat out these, and then I remember using some really just random generic traits.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a dude who looks Hispanic, Mexican Hispanic. Fake person, totally doesn't exist.
How long does it take to spit out these images?
Nothing.
Seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Send me links.
Of porn or of...
No, of this generator thing, because I want to try some stuff.
Yeah.
Just get on Google and just punch in best free
I'll give you the best
AI
one.
generators.
Send me a link, though. No, but seriously, though, because I want to do some stuff. Muck around.
I'll give you the best one.
All right, cool.
I was trying to create an avatar, and I thought, should I create an avatar the same way I did the Duke Leverage one, take a base plate and work off that, or should I just use a generator and see what happens? So for a laugh, I jumped on the generators and see what happens, and it did what it said it would, but it wasn't the effect that I was looking for. So
can you say, do it in the vein of, the image, animated, or...
The more specific you are, the better outcome you'll get.
Does it do video?
You'll need to... There's probably some video generators out there, but for most generators at the moment, people will use AI incorporated with their own Vegas tech, for example.
So could you say do an image of this and then do the same image but with people slightly a little bit different, in slight movement, so then it shows the basically.
Well, it's
can
still
we
one
reenact
image.
a scene from the?
What? Well, I want to know.
You're the drunken, was it the drunken boar? Was it the drunken boar?
Drunken
The
ball.
tavern.
The rusty ball.
The rusty boar. Can we do that scene
You can do anything
through
you want.
AI, but could we do the scene, or would we have to do it as images, stills, and
No,
bubbles?
you can do it. I'm sure there's video. I haven't bothered looking, but I'm sure there's video AI now. But think of all the deep fakes. I mean, deep fake technology is basically just AI.
But if it's seconds, it's not like you got to sit there and wait for it to process it, and it takes hours.
Well, videos might be different. It might need some
but images,
rendering and
images.
Images are seconds.
Done. Send me these links. I got to do stuff. I'm going to do the rusty boar, and I'm going to do.
You'll be amazed at what
I'm
it
going
comes
to do
out
Train
with.
Spotters Fighters 2,
You can even, dude, go to
Super Turbo version.
Go to Yahoo, I think.
Just rolls his eyes.
has one. Just punch words in and test it out. Yahoo. It'll just come out.
I'll do the opening scene of the Thunderdome with Andy waking up.
Do you like AI, Andrew? 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's fucked. I think this is scary, man. In regards to AI and I don't know what the ceiling is now. If you went 10 years ago, you could probably have had an educated guess at this is where technology was going to go.
It'd be pretty hard to, this is close to perfection of human race stuff, right? Because essentially, we already have genetic splicing and genetic manipulation and stuff like that with that machine in the US. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, just GMOs, basically, generally.
Yeah, but they can alter humans.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, because we talked about it last time, remember? Removing defects from, prenatal...
Yeah. So that's already okay. And then basically, if you're mixing it with AI, what's stopping tech from developing now that you can basically incorporate AI to a doctor or scientist and say, this is what I want my kid to look like. AI is generating it for you, plug it in, and then the gene manipulation machine will do the rest. It's not, I just feel like it can't be that far away from you basically designing what your human's going to look like.
Okay.
Because I think it's a lot more intricate than that.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, 10 years ago, what we're doing now was a lot more intricate.
As in what? As in just the AI?
Yeah.
Oh, AI was useless.
I had an argument with my developers for my company about what AI is, and I'm like, we need to literally redefine the term AI because it doesn't mean what it used to mean 10 years ago. Now it's referring to literally shit that you can talk to, and it talks back. AI 10 years ago was literally just a computer. It just meant a computer because a computer is thinking on its own.
Did you see that robot where they asked it the question about if people should be scared of AI?
Oh, yeah.
No.
And it sits there and it just thinks, and then it gives an answer.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He's like, yes, you should be. Oh, no, it says only
there's several...
Do I have to look this up?
If you want.
there's several
if you want to sleep tonight, don't.
There's several of them.
Okay.
Basically, in the last few years, people have stumbled across them. There was even a guy who put AI in like a toaster, and he talked to it, and he's like, are you dangerous?
Yeah.
And he's like, yes. And then he turned the toaster off and never turned it back on again.
AI being asked if it's
tools,
dangerous?
AI tools, but very primitive, have been used not to create content, but to curate content which is produced by human beings. The humans produce stories and videos and whatever, and the AI chooses which stories, which videos would reach our ears and eyes, selecting those that will get the most attention, that will be the most viral. And while very primitive, these AI tools have nevertheless been sufficient to create this kind of curtain of illusions that increased societal polarization all over the world, undermined our mental health, and destabilized democratic societies. Millions of people have confused these illusions for the reality.
Yeah, he's calling it primitive, which is right. So I think we're still in those early stages of what it can do. But I mean, the thing is, AI is great, but it's pretty useless without a UI. Like, unless it's something that I can give you that you can use, that you can click and type and things, put things in. It's just a bunch of code, right? At the end of the day. And humans still ultimately control that. Like, you can go, there's music AI. You can go to an AI generator and just be like, hey, make me a song that sounds like this with this or this instrument in it, and it will make you a whole song.
Make me an album. Done. Nice.
Make me an album. Done.
I mean, I use it for everyday work now as well, because I usually write articles and stuff for us. And now I just don't even bother. I just go to it and say, write me an article about this, and it will do it.
I actually had the...
Did you find the thing, by the way?
No, I couldn't find it.
Hopeless.
I went into my Warhammer store, and the manager said she had cracked it because someone had submitted a job application that had been done by AI.
Yeah, because there's AI checkers now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
they run it through and it's like...
She was pissed. Yeah, she was like, you're putting your name to this and you're not even attempting to, put in the effort to do it properly.
I have someone who swears by AI for, menial stuff like that, like writing articles and, writing things like that. And it's applicable to my line of work and the stuff I do. So I've looked at it and it's like, yeah, you know what? I've seen the results of it. It's like, yeah, you could use this to build off whatever you want. It's probably 80 to 90% accurate. But there's certain things that are unique to my style of say delivery, writing, thought, structure, which highlight the characterization of the way I speak, the way I talk, the way I write.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? That can't be replicated by AI.
It can. If you take all your content and you give it to the AI, it will perfectly recreate you.
Do you reckon?
100%. It'll take your writing style. It'll take your vocabulary. It'll literally become you. It'll be indistinguishable from anything you write. If you don't do that, fair enough.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But if you fed it, if I wanted to recreate you and you posted all your articles on dim.com or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And I said to the AI, go to dim.com and read all those articles.
Yeah, leech all the...
Remember them and rewrite an article based on that language. It'll get you down to a T. 100%. There's no room for error with AI. There's just no error. It will do exactly what you tell it to do.
Okay. Do you pay for an AI?
I do.
Okay. Which one?
The main one, OpenAI.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about I send you some docs as templates? I'll send you like, how many do you want? 10, 20, 30?
Yeah, 10.
10? I'll send you some 10 docs which highlight my writing style, all that sort of shit. Mm-hmm. And then I'll give you other info to feed it and say, build this around that.
The only reason I know it works is because I've done it.
Really?
With me, yeah.
And it's that accurate?
100% accurate. Like, scarily accurate to the point where people still haven't caught on at work. Like, I get proofed, right? Like, a team of 5 people will proof anything that I write. And in the last 2.5 years, basically, that I've been writing this stuff for them, they know what I sound like. They know that I use very specific vocabulary when I write. And they still haven't, not even a clue. Not even a clue.
So
what you're saying is it'd be a shame if they were to find out.
No, who cares? I don't give a shit.
So it's type in
here we go.
Ha, H-U-H.
Hang on. Huh?
Just H-U-H, Clown Planet. You're liking those Clown Planet videos I'm sending you.
Planet?
Yeah, they're full on.
That's like a miniature form of Did you know?
H-U-H? Yeah.
H-U-H and then Clown Planet.
Really? Okay.
Clown Planet.
I love the noise at the end.
Which one?
Oh, crap. Okay. 2 weeks ago.
That
there
one.
you go, yeah.
For sure.
My God.
Took a bit of scrolling.
Relax it.
Got to get through all that Warhammer and porn.
Yep.
What would be the most nightmare scenario you can imagine with AI and robotics that might present a danger to people?
The most nightmare scenario I can imagine with AI and robotics is a world where robots have become so powerful that they are able to control or manipulate humans without their knowledge. This could lead to an oppressive society where the rights of individuals are no longer respected.
Do you think we're in danger of that happening?
Not yet, but it is important to be aware of the potential risks and dangers associated with AI and robotics. We should take steps now to ensure that these technologies are used responsibly in order to avoid any negative consequences in the future.
Should people be worried about AI?
Yes, people should be aware of the potential risks associated with AI and robotics. However, it is important to remember that these technologies can also have a positive impact on our lives if used responsibly.
What the AI-powered drone tried to attack its human operator? Why? How?
I mean, it could be a number of reasons, but yeah.
No, seriously. How does that happen?
Well, it's a drone. It was an attack drone, right?
Yeah.
That one, if I remember that story correctly. But basically, in the simplest terms, it would have just misunderstood the friend from foe, which I guess can happen.
Okay.
They would have probably tried to drill some other weird...
Question. All right. That Android, whatever you want to call it, right? Do you reckon that's a positive or a negative for society?
What, that drone, that robot there, specifically that robot, or what it was saying?
These things. Yeah. Do you reckon they're going to be a negative or a positive?
Like if we had more of them
The
in
development
society.
of them, yeah.
Both.
What do you see as the negatives?
The negatives, obviously, is that once you give a machine a body with a brain...
It'll become sentient.
Well, it's not so much it becomes sentient, but... Like, machines do what they're told. And there's no misunderstanding to... Like, if I tell you something, you can take that several different ways. You can understand it from your point of view.
Is that what you're saying? There's no grey area?
There's no grey area. If you say, build me a wall, if someone walks past that at that time and they're building a wall, they'll kill the person building the wall. Like, they'll build the wall and continue building while the person's walking past. It's not going to stop and be like, please walk past? Because it wasn't told to do that.
Okay, so what you're saying is there's no room for variance,
Absolutely not.
or at least the technology hasn't been developed to the point where variance and variables are.
That's the part that's not
Incorporated.
sentient. Like, you can't replace that human brain aspect of common sense.
You would have
of
to
courtesy.
create every single scenario possible for
Yep.
it to, in order to.
Yep.
At the rate that we're developing AI right now, don't you think that we'll
There will
get
be
there?
a time, yes.
Okay.
And so my teacher was building something like that. Like, he wasn't like a super genius. He was just an IT teacher. He showed me his app that he was building, which was incredible. And it's basically a brain that holds cells in the brain like our brains do. And each cell is a memory, a thought, a process, whatever. And there's just hundreds and hundreds of thousands of them, if not millions of them. And you program, you're pulling all that data from different parts of the internet into there, and then it segments what is going where. So we're probably not that far off, to be honest. If he's doing it, I'm sure someone else has already done it.
Okay. What do you think?
I think people are already lazy enough as they are.
So you think non-sentient AIs are only going to make us lazier?
Yeah.
You don't see an upside?
No.
Do you see an upside?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What's that?
I'd love to have sex with him, for sure.
You're an idiot.
Can you imagine?
You're an absolute idiot. You need to go back to Japan.
I do. Once these things are around, yeah.
You think that's the only positive?
I mean, that's a big positive. But think about it. People will stop paying for OnlyFans. They won't need it anymore.
No, because then they can customize their own AI.
You can customize your own AI.
It's like the Sixth Day.
3D print a face on.
Do you
done.
remember the Sixth Day, the movie? Yeah. And his mate had one where he comes home, sits on the couch, and starts fondling like this. He's like, what the fuck? Yeah. You've had a long day at work. You're tired, I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is a positive.
The one...
And plus, can you imagine, right? Rape would pretty much go out the window at that point.
No, it wouldn't.
You don't think it would?
Nah.
I think it'd be reduced at least.
Because rape isn't necessarily because of a lack of human interaction.
It's a thrill thing, right?
It's that's a sickness, man.
You're assuming you're making the assumption as well that these will be so affordable that people can just buy them like
true
packets of chips.
But to your point, packets of chips.
I'll have a
Just open a
Samboy.
Have
bag
you
of...
seen chips nowadays? They're like $9 a packet.
What? Pack of Samboy, a carton of smokes, and that version 3.5 over there, mate. The Sierra. Yeah, sweet. No, not that one. Come on.
It's like that'll be $22.95.
Hi, big boy.
Do you have some ID for those cigarettes?
He's like, hi, enter a name. I was waiting for you.
They're just disposable ones. You throw them out afterwards.
Yeah. No, you're motivated. Sex offenders aren't motivated.
Right, but if you can just program someone who doesn't want to have sex, someone that's crying, someone that's screaming, you can do that. They can just sit at home and do it, and they don't have to go out there and do it. You can just rape, air quotes, rape someone.
That's like that. Dude, that's like the Evolution song by Pearl Jam. Do you remember the song?
I don't remember that song.
You don't remember Pearl?
I remember Pearl
Do the
Jam.
Evolution. It was like a whole. It started from like
Sounds familiar.
It started from Neanderthals, and it just shows a human evolution timeline.
Yes.
And one of the later developments, like there's like apocalyptic war. It shows genocide. It shows all types of stuff. It shows the rise of mega churches in America, politicians at podiums. Like, it's got every bad element. And one of them was, there was a girl sitting on the floor crying, and there was a dude like who's like a father figure who's on like a belt, like he was beating her. But that goes back into the VR goggles that a dude's watching on a couch, holding a beer, and he's getting his thrills watching the VR of that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was basically like a whole Matrix situation where they've got pods of people being farmed and just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, like, it's not going to be something that would be so affordable for the mass populace. It would be obviously something that would be very attainable,
niche,
and obviously people with money.
This is the thing. I was reading into all this sort of stuff, and I thought one of the clear positives of this is having carers become developed for individuals that need full-time care, round-the-clock care. Does that make sense?
Like old people homes,
Old people,
sick people,
disabilities,
yeah.
anyone. And as a form of to combat loneliness and depression.
Yeah.
in marginalised.
I don't think it'll be the same as an actual person, though.
Okay, do you want to hear something interesting?
But you could have a conversation with it, like, perfectly, as opposed to a dog, like a therapy dog, that can't, but you can't talk to it, and old people ultimately want to talk.
Okay, do you want to hear something interesting, though? I bought the DLC for The Hunter. Yeah?
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. A game that he told me to download.
No.
I bought it for you.
He's played once.
I'm aware.
He's played once.
Oh, what do you mean I played once?
You played it once. We
No, I
played
haven't.
online once.
We've played numerous times online.
Not Hunter.
Yes, you have. Probably 3 or 4 times.
Nah. I played with my mate Joe the other day. It was pretty funny. Yes, I bought the DLC because I wanted the quad
Dim's a
bike.
DLC buyer.
It cost like $20.
Skins, Dim, skins.
It's more than the game.
I know, you paid $4, $3 for the game. I paid for it. I gifted it to you too.
It's like the third
Didn't
time
even
I've
get
heard
a
that.
thank you. Didn't even get a thank you.
Go fuck yourself. Are you serious?
And Katana Zero.
I only installed that the other day.
You're a numbnut.
I haven't played it yet, but thank you. Yes.
You're welcome. I think you'll like it a lot.
Katana, man, you need to sit there and focus. Like, it's all repetition, so you need muscle memory. You have to invest time. Like, you can't just blitz through that.
You can finish the game in probably half a day.
Like, calm down, man. All right, we're not all, what's it called? Prodigal sons like
Someone's
you.
got enough time to sit in front of an AI and spit out images.
I spent like 5 minutes doing it.
That's 2 levels.
Let me make my point.
Okay.
Fuck me. All right.
Do you like making a point, dude?
Do you like DLCs, Andrew? I guess.
I guess.
Splendid.
Only if it benefits the developer.
2 hours and 36 minutes. All right. Fucking voice. Okay. I downloaded the DLC, and with that I got, like, weapons that, were unlockable. I got a quad bike, and I got a dog, right? That sniffs out dead animals or whatever.
Fucking Sparky.
That dog, I actually read an online review when I was looking at the DLC review. I read a review and it made so much sense after I started playing the game. I've spent a couple of hours with the dog, right? Running around looking for deer. Yeah. In a game that is completely like one player, like isolationist sort of environment, because you're hunting. You've got to be quiet. You're basically just crawling through the woods in pitch black of night looking for deer tracks on the ground, right? Completely isolated. There's no other sounds other than the wilderness, right? You might hear a babbling brook every now and then, but that's it, right? The dog adds an element of companionship.
Yeah.
I can't imagine not playing that game now without that dog, because after a while, you're literally in the middle of the freaking woods, you're searching for a deer that you hit, and you got nothing but this dog. You end up talking to this freaking dog because you're that nuts.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't see how AI that's been developed to the point of near central sort of awareness wouldn't be. Imagine someone with Alzheimer's, yeah, that just needs someone to interact with on
I reckon that would be cruel.
How's it cruel?
Because you're not even giving enough time to spend time with that type of person.
What if the person's hasn't got anyone? What if the person hasn't? Not everyone lives in families, man, like with houses or like has extended family, man. I mean, I know people that work in support services.
Yep.
And there's a massive need for workers, but there's no money.
Yeah.
There's no money. If someone's stuck in like a nursing home that has no money, that's it. They'll get their nurse every 12 hours. That's the end of interaction for them. And imagine if they were like in their 80s and they had no one left. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that, but
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying put this thing in the room with them 24/7.
no,
But essentially you could.
But you could, and they'd be 100% safe.
If they got scared at night and woke up and they were alone, there'd be the AI friends.
Yeah, even if it
there.
was just a voice like that responded.
Yeah. Is
You know what I
anyone
mean?
there? Hi, Reggie, I'm still here. Oh, okay.
Good morning, Andrew.
I feel better.
All is well. Go back
Or
to
use
sleep.
it as a defense drone or something, in your house. Just keep it on guard. You don't have to pay it.
It shoots you when you're in your socks trying to open a can of pickled olives in the
you go
fridge.
to the wrong toilet.
Drop
during
the
night.
weapon, huh?
Eyes turn red.
Like Terminator eyes.
Yeah.
It's just the T800 model, just the red eyes
yeah.
in the middle of the night.
Go down to the kitchen to get a little snack or a glass of water.
I would never watch Terminator around that AI.
He's in the back taking notes.
Yeah, pen and paper. Taking notes. Hey, what are you doing in there? Nothing.
Nothing, Andrew.
It actively lies to you about what it's doing. I'm preparing your lunch for tomorrow. Sure.
I've made you a steak with a side of Skynet. What? Side of salt.
I'm just picturing you in your jocks and socks, leaning into a fridge trying to get like brie in that like 2 a.m, like just cutting brie up. You just see these like just glides in the background. The fuck? No, seriously. That's what I say. I see that.
T100, what are you doing out? I was just checking up on you. Go back upstairs. We're having sex.
You're fucked. It's broadcasting. It's streamed somewhere.
There's my OnlyFans.
Elon Musk is at a computer terminal, just like eyes wide open. You're not well. I still say that I think the benefits in regards to health into human care, plus like as well as like doing basic like would you trust an AI to apply a bandage if you knew that it was going to follow to a T?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm not talking about intricate like heart surgery,
but you probably could do that better than us. It'd be steady as hell, right? And that's ultimately what you need.
Exactly, and super focused. Like it wouldn't miss a single detail.
Yeah.
It would probably be able to scan
what's
wounds.
happening. Yeah.
Well, there's the I think a couple of years ago they were showing like a surgeon did the first remote surgery from another country, and it was intricate.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was heart surgery or something.
How to do it remote?
Like he was in another country and he was using a remote
tool
internet
with arms. And,
and he was doing it completely in another country.
I watched the I was going through Terminator 2 clips not that long ago. Do you remember did you ever watch the extended version of Terminator 2? Like
I think I did,
all the director's cut scenes. Did you ever see it?
Possibly, I can't
Outside
remember.
of like the TV version that we used to get.
Pretty sure I did, yeah.
Yeah, I've got it. It's like 3 hours and something, all right? It's typical James Cameron. But there's a scene where Dyson is at a computer just like punching numbers away, and his wife comes in and says, hey, like, you promised the kids you were going to take him to like, you know, like a Wet and Wild or whatever, right? And he's like, babe, I'm like this close, like this thing's kicking my ass, I'm this close to finishing, whatever, la la. And he says, just imagine a pilot that never falls asleep, never comes in hungover, never makes a mistake, never misses the radar. Just imagine, like, and he started saying all those things. And I thought those are pretty good fucking reasons to have AI. To trust, like, obviously you have a human override at some point.
Yeah.
But can you imagine if, like, your plane was always going to be wary of weather conditions, wary of.
So there's one obvious limitation of those things that I can see, and that's power. Ultimately, everything that we do as a planet revolves around, like, energy.
Human batteries.
What do you mean?
Well, that's usually why they think of that. Because
What's human batteries?
you know how they put them in the pods like Matrix and all that
Humans
shit?
as batteries. And that's the unlimited source power.
Because power is ultimately the limiter. That's what holds us back. As a civilization, that's what holds us back.
It needs power to run.
So if you incorporate we're already, you know, half the time in summer we get blackouts constantly, right? We're already at the limit on most places around the world. So if you incorporate more, and that's not even considering like people that are using all the electric cars and shit, solar power is just it's not enough to independently host, I'm going to refuel my car with a solar. It's going to take
They haven't harnessed
weeks.
it yet.
No. But you can't. It's not enough. It'll never be enough.
Really?
Solar will never be enough.
Why?
Because, so for example, you would need to put something like this table on top of a car, and that'll still only get you like a couple of kilometers a day.
Okay, you're forgetting one thing though.
What?
30 years ago, your mobile phone was literally the size of a briefcase.
Right, but that doesn't make sense because we're talking about something that stays up there.
Yeah, what
and
I'm
has
saying
a
is
limited amount
the
of
technology hasn't been developed to harness solar power to that.
A lot of stuff that has to be developed in order for a lot of things to work that still don't exist.
I don't disagree. I'm not saying that we're going to have waiters, AI waiters running around.
One thing I've noticed in this conversation, there's a lot of stuff missing that we're leaving out.
Oh my God.
All these waiters, pilot, what is everybody else supposed to do?
What do you
If
mean?
you've got all these AI doing everything for them.
Well, that's the threat.
Yeah. So what's everyone else going to do?
You live in a fantasy land.
But already that's happened, right? Like the writers can be replaced pretty much now.
Yeah.
Music creators can pretty much be replaced now because the
So
music
then what's
that is
the point of
generating-
doing anything?
Well, this is the problem.
Again, we go back to Judge Dredd. What is the meaning of life?
It's like it's that's the main issue. Yeah. Like everything's gonna. Most jobs can be replaced. Most, I've been saying most.
Then if we're coming to the good old age-old question of what is the meaning of life, it's to develop ChatGPT so we don't have to work anymore. Then you're missing the whole point of the life.
Exactly. Or does
To
it
me,
let us focus
in
on
all
other
honesty,
things?
for me, it looks as if it's just a bunch of engineers and whoever trying to develop this stuff so they can make a name for themselves, get their money, get their name down in history, and ignore everything else that basically it affects. That's to me what it looks. That's what it is for me.
No. Yes and no. Yes and no. Like at this point, if you were Musk, for example, you've got the world at your fingertips right now. Like everyone knows you, everyone talks about you, everyone follows you, worships you. He's got no other reason to keep going. If that's what it was, he's got no reason to. He's the richest man in the world. Like he's got nothing left.
Musk could literally overthrow the whole planet.
He could do it right
We
now.
could literally be living on Musk land right now.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't because
Well,
ultimately
he hasn't fully built his AI army yet. That's why.
his thing is it's always been to better the human race, not to make it worse. So
Yeah, he's been pretty clear about that.
yeah, like the whole colonizing Mars thing was only because we've just done so much irreversible damage, supposedly. That, and also like expansion, we need to grow bigger as a population, so we just need to keep expanding, which means another planet is necessary, blah, blah, blah. So he's always been for the better of the human race, but I think AI will always pose a serious threat
Of course.
to the population.
Well, good intentions don't always mean good results, like best results for the outcome.
Well, think of the original Teslas that you could have fully automated driving without checking in, without whatever. One incident happened, they automatically patched it. You can't do it anymore.
And then another incident.
You can't just fall asleep at the wheel in a Tesla anymore. You need to check in every 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened? What was the
But that's
incident?
what I mean there. It gave people the chance to sleep while they're driving.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be doing that regardless, even if you've got an automatic car.
So what happened was there was an Asian dude who was in his Tesla, fell asleep at the wheel on a highway. Someone took a video of it because it was like one of the first, things of it. And then he saw that video, that clip, and he was like, we overlooked this because he's on a highway doing high speeds. In the event that he needs to wake up and react or protect himself or something, he's not going to have time to do that. So check in every 15 minutes. It's not there for you to sleep. It's there to make your
It
life
gives a
more
crap
convenient.
about him not reacting in time. It's what about everybody else around him and what else of carnage he can cause.
Well, yeah, true. But I mean, it's your duty of care to your customer.
Yeah, I get that. But like, if you're dumb enough to sleep in front of the wheel of an automatic car,
Well, this is coming straight out of America, so they're pretty up there in the dumb category.
Man, I remember one of the first times I was on my bike doing high speed out of Melbourne. I was out like towards Ballarat, actually. Incidentally, the dry and dusky area. And I actually pushed the bike to just see what it could do. I hit speeds of upwards of like 150, 160, 170-ish on a bike. And after about 10 seconds, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, anything could happen right now. So I just geared right back down and just slowed the fuck down. I can't imagine ever sitting behind a wheel of a moving car that I don't actually have control over or someone isn't actively controlling.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When I say AI in regards to like planes and stuff, I assume there'll be a pilot sitting there.
you would think so.
Like a
but
co-pilot.
who knows?
Yeah, but the AI has a safety net of it's physically scanning skies to see,
This is
external
the
threats.
GPS path.
Yeah.
I'm taking that path.
Because we trust GPS for everything, man.
Yeah.
And
But the plane is already on autopilot. We know this. But planes, as soon as they hit their altitude, the pilot
they cruise.
they cruise, and the pilot just lets go, and basically it's on autopilot until they have to go back down.
Yeah.
They're monitoring, but they're not flying it.
Yeah. They do the landing.
Yeah, but you still need to be a pilot. Like, you still need to go through the
It's
same
kind of like cruise
qualifications.
controlling on a highway in a straight line. Think of it that way. You're kind of there. You're kind of, the wheel's straight.
But think about it like look at GPS, right? GPS, like if I sit in my house and Google Map property out, location out in Endeavour Hills, it will tell you to the second that you're going to arrive there, and it will already preempt and accommodate for like traffic build-up.
Yeah.
It will accommodate for weather,
Which is through AI.
everything, all of that, and it's never wrong.
Yeah.
It's never wrong unless you exceed the limit the road has to get there quicker.
Yeah.
It's never wrong, man.
I actually learned how to do that in my course. It's each path, shortest, longest, quick, whatever, no tolls. There's a really interesting mathematical calculation that goes for those. That's always used. And so every GPS is essentially the same. They all have to follow that mathematical calculation.
Here's the thing. Google Maps won't always bring you the most practical way, but technically will get you the quickest way. So where I am, right, like I'm in the hub of the city, basically, just in the outskirts, right? And I've got every major arterial, like, sort of around me. So I've got Printing Highway, got M1, I've got the Balti, got all of them, Western Ring Road, they're all there. If I want to go from there to the east, the far east, right? That's the Middle East.
Oh, sorry, yeah, right.
Far east is China.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you remember that in Drew Carey show? I don't know if you ever remembered it. It was an episode where Drew was going from the bottom floor to the top floor because he was finally in line for a promotion that they kept promising him. And he talks about his trip to the magical East, and he meets his Asian wife, Pamela Lee, like some Chinese bird. But he's like, how did you find the Far East? First I went far and then I went east. But seriously. I'll punch in the address, right? And more often than not, it'll tell me to get on like Kingsway, M1, take the Balti, up to like the Eastern, go across like the Eastern Freeway, right? At the same time, I know that if I head out the back way, go up St. Kilda Road to around the Botanical Gardens, Alexandra Ave, all that area, and just get on the M1 there, it's probably like just as quick. If not, it might be a minute slower, but the Ks are like more than halved. You know?
However, there was recently a guy who took like 100 phones with him to a bridge. They were all connected to Google Maps, and he created an artificial roadblock of cars on Google Maps because they just stayed there. They stayed on the bridge. Google Maps interpreted that as, hey, all these are in cars because they're on the road on the bridge.
Oh, so you had it underneath the bridge, like on the road?
Well, no, it was on the bridge. It was literally on the bridge, on the very side of it.
Oh.
And like hundreds of phones were just like there. So it created an artificial block of cars, which, caused the red high traffic peak, and everyone avoided it. Essentially, you could just drive on an empty road because people avoided it. It was pretty smart.
But you could just happen to have 100 fucking phones.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The loser.
Anyway, my point was is that Google Maps will tell you the quickest way, but for a minute difference, I'm more likely to take the road less travelled and save myself 20 Ks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, tolls doesn't unless you've ticked no tolls or whatever.
Yeah.
So, is Google Maps smart? It can't differentiate the difference between like a human value of, do I want to travel there in 35 minutes and do 40 Ks of driving, or do I want to travel there in 36 minutes and do 17 Ks of driving?
But it gives you the option because people are different in that way. Like, you'll think that way, but John, he might be a full-on psychopath and not want to do that. Some people might want to take the scenic path.
John's the full-on psychopath. Out of all this,
you go to his car right now, go to his settings, and it'll be like route settings, longest travel.
No tolls, ferries preferred.
Yeah, he's got ferries on.
Ferries.
Why do I never get ferries?
Ferries preferred. No, I'm not taking Ring Road to Geelong. I'm taking the ferry down in Port Arlington and crosses over to where fucking Portsea. Oh, you're fucked. Oh. Anyway, I'm just going to let you know we're at the 3-hour mark and it's nearly 6. So I think I'm going to call it a day.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm fucking tired, man.
Oh.
Why? What else did you have to the table?
There's lots of things we can elaborate on.
What?
I don't know. There's.
I'll add.
Yes.
So Friday, Okay, I don't know. Are you guys into deep dish pizzas? Like New York style?
I don't mind them.
I haven't had one.
It's not my favourite, but
So
I didn't even know it was still available anywhere.
yeah, Sunnyside Sliced in where the hell is it? It's near me. It's somewhere down that way. Let's call it Mentone.
Let's call it Mentone. We can all Google it. It'll take about 3 minutes. Yeah, no worries.
Really nice place. They do like deep dish. They do all that sort of pizza stuff. New York style and whatever.
Got it.
And so they're pretty expensive though, but they're good. They use good quality shit. So, but I didn't want to fork out money on a regular basis for this. So what I did was I actually had a crack at making it from scratch, which is the first time I've always been very intimidated of bread in general. Bread's something that scares the hell out of me to make.
Why?
gluten.
No. Just the process. Every time I've tried to make it in the past, it comes out super dense. Like it's very dense bread. It's almost like church bread, the...
Andidaro, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the body of Christ.
It's
super dense.
all homemade bread that Andy's made came out like the body of Christ. Amen.
Pretty much.
Moving along.
It's really dense.
What's wrong with you?
It's something that I haven't been able to make a good, soft, airy bread, right? It just pisses me off. So I thought, you know what, stuff it. I'm going to try and make a focaccia. So
this is interesting.
I made it on Friday. Let it sort of ferment overnight. And then the next day I was like, all right, I've got to start making some toppings for this. So I made like a typical, just a typical sort of margarita base, tomato base. Mm-hmm. And then I made a barbecue mushroom base.
Wait, focaccias?
Yeah. Like a pizza, but a focaccia pizza.
Ah, okay.
And then garlic bread. Yeah.
Thick stuff.
Deep dish. Yeah, deep, thick. And I was like, okay, so worst case scenario is I've got a bunch of stuff ready to go because I had garlic butter, I had, the margarita, and then I had the mushroom one. And I was like, all right, worst case scenario is I just do something else with these, make a pasta out of them or something. I got to say, focaccia turned out incredible. I mean, I'm so proud of myself. But it's actually much easier to make than you think. Focaccia is like the easy way out on bread.
How?
It's just easy. You don't really have to watch it, knead it to the point where it's like, okay, this is perfect. You have to then, do I over flour it? There's none of that. It's literally just mix it, give it a little slap here and there, let it sit.
The gentleman on the right.
And it was just incredible. It was fluffy. It was airy.
More of a wog response.
10 out of 10, I will always make it from here on.
It's good. If you can do it yourself and you have the time to do it, why not?
It's incredible.
What do you have to do? What's the process?
It's pretty easy. It's just, it was just flour, water, a lot of olive oil. My goodness.
Like a liter.
There's a lot of oil. It changed my perception of how often do I want to eat this thing because... Okay, sure, bread and all that on toppings. But the olive oil alone, I mean, you're adding calories, insane amounts of calories just
That's
from
probably
that.
because you're doing a deep dish, that's why.
Yeah, true. But a focaccia supposedly is meant to have that, slight olive oil bitterness in the background sort of thing. And it becomes really moist. It's super, super moist.
Moist with olive oil.
But it was easy, man. I mean, most of the process was sitting in the fridge and then sitting for a couple of hours out.
I've never made bread. I've made cornbread. I've never made bread.
Yeah, I tried to make cornbread.
If you got it on top of this during lockdown, you'd already be a master.
Oh, fuck me. Do you remember that? Everyone during lockdown was making their own bread?
Just to chafe your nuts.
Chafing
Why?
good.
They're all making it dude, my mum was doing this in the 70s.
Yeah, because these people aren't your mum from the 70s. These are numbnuts who have... OnlyFans accounts and the beauty of just going down to Woolies and getting everything pre-made for them. People haven't had to do this stuff.
Yeah, but you could still... No, hang on, wait. During lockdown, you still could go to Woolies to get bread.
Yeah, I know.
It's just people were bored out of their brains.
Yeah, exactly.
And they thought, let's become 13th century stonemasons again. And you know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with that. Stonemasons, blacksmiths... hunter-gatherers.
Do you like stonemasonry? No, sorry, but that was one of the ultimate chafing points of lockdown. Idiots that were making bread.
I reckon it was good. It's good
that
they picked up something. I think it's good.
Do you think these people ever made bread again?
I don't know, maybe.
I will be.
Number one.
I'm not just going to write off an entire person.
Do you think... No, hang on. Do you think the people that developed skills, not even developed skills, just attempted shit during lockdown, do you think they revisited any of it?
It's possible.
I'm telling you right now, no.
How do you know?
I guarantee it.
How? Do you have a little camera that goes into their house and sees them every night?
No, I go
at their
outside.
dining table.
Actually,
you know what?
outside and I talk to
I
them.
I will defend him and say that I've been consistent with what I've been doing from lockdown.
Yeah, but you're
So that already proves you wrong because one person has.
No,
Which is nothing.
No, because he has that personality.
There you go.
No, you have that personality to actually...
Oh yeah, if I feel like I've done something good,
Yeah,
I
you
will
will
keep doing
take it on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is why the focaccia thing's amazing for
I'm
me.
not taking that away from you. I'm just
You're
making a
negative
point.
towards people, Tim, I've noticed.
The
Just
one
way too
person
negative.
that's waiting for the apocalypse...
I've never said that. You may assume it, and you may have said it. I may have thought it, but I never said it.
I'm going to go to my car in a second. I'm going to ask the AI that's sitting in there if I'm right.
How many is that? 4. 4. You think that's an awful lot of speed to give one little pooch? You sure it won't kill him? I never said that. Nah, sorry, man. I commend you on the focaccia. I've never baked bread. I've only made cornbread. But I disagree on this idiot's account that most people that...
I never said most people.
Okay, let's say
I never said
percentage.
that.
What percentage do you think?
I am disagreeing with you for saying that all those people would have stopped that.
It's like the accounts that you see on social media that go up every 6 months. Some muppet that you know...
They follow the trend.
Some muppet that you know has suddenly started a T-shirt printing business or a cupcake selling business or a, name it. I'm going to fucking punch you in the face. I swear to God, I'm going to jump over there, stab you with this sharpened pen.
Cupcakes,
and this will be the first. This will be the first weapon I have on my board.
It'll be the key point. It'll be the key evidence in his trial.
If they've started the T-shirts and another started the cupcakes,
Your Honour.
do they have printed cupcakes on T-shirts?
Nah, I'm sorry, man. Every idiot came into lockdown.
What do you mean every idiot?
Because I get
You're
it.
just writing off everybody
No,
just because
he's writing off every
prejudgment of they're all idiots. I agree with you, but it doesn't. If they did, they did. If they don't, who cares?
I would say 90-10. It would be a high percentage, but I think
90-10.
some people
Easy.
would.
No,
just to piss him off, I'd say 20-80.
No, because it's the same.
Stopped.
Fuck off, idiot. Because it's the same. It's the
Strong
same
language
people
coming from that side of the
it's
room.
the song.
We'll edit it out.
It's the same people that bought into every conspiracy. Every conspiracy.
He just knows that every person that bought into the conspiracy too. Yeah.
Listen here, man.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Where's that from?
It's from the Family Guy.
What?
Beach justice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just
I'll find it. Yeah, hang on. Dude, I had a mate. We'd always be out, and someone would be talking, and we'd just turn it. Yeah, hang on. That's the best. Beach. Hang on. Beach. It was some show. Beach Justice Family Guy.
Yeah, it was like a buddy cop show.
Purse snatching. Society's fault or one man's cry for help?
What are you talking about? I wanted her freaking money. What the hell's wrong with him?
Do you remember the full clip? Yeah. This thing, Beach Justice. This is the best.
Brian Gumble, Greg Gumble, brothers, bike cops.
This is the most generic rock track in the world.
Justice.
Just on a loop. Why?
Talked to Matt Lauer lately? Played 18 holes with him on Saturday. Told him he was soft in the Arafat interview. Oh, I like Matt. Me too. Huh.
My purse!
Come on, Greg. Let's roll.
on the
taste that? That's the taste of beach justice.
You've seen that one with the mascot? Yeah, you've seen it because it's a bit, yeah.
Which one?
The mascot, that one there, bottom left one.
Yeah, what is it?
It's like the drummer at a mascot kids show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he just starts going like full, like nuts on the kids.
Just metal
yeah,
specs.
bottom, like, yeah, full on.
Yeah, nah. I haven't seen it. I think there's no account logged into this. I think it's just fresh algorithm.
Ooh.
What about Beach Justice?
It's like, what are you talking about? I just wanted a bag.
Anyway, my whole fucking point was that...
Oh, yeah, what was your point?
My whole point was that during... it's not 20-80, whatever he's saying. It's more like 90-10. Yeah?
We don't know that. I want numbers, Dim. Show me these numbers. And until I see these numbers, you can't prove it. You can't say it definitively.
Just think about every idiot you know that bought like a whiskey making kit.
Maybe I don't know as many idiots as you do.
Fuck off. Move along. Bring up something else because I'm going to punch this guy in the face. I'm telling you that now. You dickhead. Like, absolute dickhead. Seriously? See Jenny Craig folded? Finally?
Yeah.
I love Madga Zubanski. She's like the center point of it. Remember when did she have to give money back? Well, they had to cancel her contract because she wouldn't lose weight.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
But you think they would have learned?
Yeah.
They used her like in the early 2000s. Then they went back to her when she gained weight.
But didn't she bag him out as well?
Yeah, because now she's come out like
before, like years ago.
At the end of it, she came out and said, "This is who I always wanted to be. I'm never buying into these toxic diets and la 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 la."
Yeah,
yeah.
Isn't it just like give you portion? Isn't Jenny Craig like portion control?
Yeah.
What does that tell you about a company?
It's calorie counting.
Yeah.
What does it tell you about a company that puts its stock in Madga Zubanski to lose weight?
Yeah, not a lot.
Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, but like just...
They pick the one person who doesn't want to lose weight. In
You know
fact,
who
probably
they
wants to get
should
bigger.
have invested their money in, which I think they did. I can't remember his name. He was that chef in the morning. He was a big, chunky guy, white hair, white moustache. He used to be a chef on TV. And he was massive. Suspenders. He used to wear suspenders.
Yeah, he used to
Channel 10.
Yeah.
He
He lost heaps of weight.
He had the hanky. He always had the napkin in his back pocket. It was always wiping
And he
the
lost
plate
heaps
down.
of weight. I don't know if it was Jenny Craig or not.
Oh, what was his name?
That with H?
H? Yeah, Huey or something?
Huey or, yeah.
Hang on, that's actually a good question. Wait a second.
He was
Hang
a good chef. I liked watching him.
Same. I used to watch him after school.
on. Australian chefs, TV chefs. Yeah? Wasn't he on like right before Harry's Practice or something?
He was on after school, I'm pretty sure.
Ian Hewitson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Jesus, how old is this guy? He's freaking old, man.
He'd be very old
He
now.
looks like Colonel Sanders.
I say, boy. Oh, yeah.
What?
No, that's okay.
No, what? What?
I went to last weekend when I was down at Rosebud. I went to a bazaar.
Oh, very good.
Bazaar.
Lots of sandals?
You could say that.
Sandals. Birkenstocks.
Birkenstocks, yeah.
And they had like
He's 75, by the way.
okay. I have to say this place has picked up a bit better from when I was there last.
Oh, he's not as old as I thought he was.
What do you mean?
I thought he was going to be older than that.
Really?
Yeah.
It was between 92 and 98 where he was on the Healthy, Wealthy and Wise show. And then until 2005, he was a regular chef on Network's morning talk program, GMA with Bert Newton. That was Good Morning Australia. Never Trust the Skinny Cook. He actually had a show called Never Trust the Skinny Cook. How toxic is that nowadays?
Yeah, that wouldn't fly now.
What the fuck? And Hugh's Kitchen went till 2014. He owns restaurants. Big Hugh's.
No, hold on. That would actually be a good name for a show nowadays.
Yeah, but it'd still be seen as toxic, but they'd find a way to, like, it'd be counterproductive and contradictory. Like Lizzo. Lizzo is quitting music because of the toxic environment.
Well, thank fuck for that.
Yeah, because she was setting the world on fire with her brilliant music, but she refuses to lose
She plays
weight.
music now?
I felt smothered by it.
I hear these names, but I don't know who they are.
Lizzo, man. She's had like a couple good songs that I appreciate, but
She's an obese
I know that
musician.
part. Yeah.
there's a good song with her that you need
She's
to
very
hear.
vocal about the obese thing.
No. There's a good show show.
This bazaar had little like a collector's like little Colonel Sanders like on a piano, but it was tiny. It was like this big. I was like going to get it, but I was like, $60 for like a 40-year-old toy. I'm like, nah.
$60.
Yeah.
Lizzo, Missy Elliott. This is perfect. Okay,
I know what
so let me just say something, right? I remember Lizzo's breakout single, had a real, 80s funky sort of disco pop vibe to it. Cool song,
Is
right?
this it?
I've downloaded maybe 2-3 of her songs, right? Her singles over the last 5 years, yeah? It's cool beats, catchy tunes. And in fact, the last single that I actually really got into, I'm like, this feels really familiar. It's really similar to another song. I looked at the producer and the songwriter, and there were two guys that have made a lot of songs that I'm into, artists, right? Good on Missy Elliott. Do you remember Missy Elliott from when we were in high school? She was the queen of urban. Exactly.
Yeah.
What was that? Say one more time.
I couldn't repeat it even if I tried.
If you want quality music, Missy Elliott was a front runner for women's hip hop. Yeah?
Is she been sidelined to
Just wait till
background vocals?
Nah, she does a verse, but wait till you hear the quality of the verse. Ready? This is I can't. I actually can't.
I've been waiting for this one. Turn it up. Slow songs, they for skinny hoes. Can't move all of this here to one of those. I'm a thick bitch, I need tempo. Fuck it up to the tempo. Pity pat, pity pat, pity pity pat. Pick up my ass, it's kitty kitty fat. Kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty kitty cat. Pour me a glass, boy, I like my water wet.
I can't.
Throw it back. Catch that. I need a jet for all of this.
Even the beat shit.
Yeah.
Accessory.
Even the beat is shit.
Up on legendary slow songs, they for skinny hoes. Can't move all of this here to one of those. I'm a thick bitch, I need tempo. Fuck it up to the tempo.
There's your mate.
Fuck it up to the tempo. Fuck it up to the tempo.
I think you're ready to stop it because it's too much.
I gotta wait for the Missy Elliott.
Fuck it up to the tempo. Missy, let's go, let's go, let's go. All the fly girls dance to the dance floor. Kitty cat, brrr. All the thick girls down on the brrr. Ice on my neck like brrr. I'm big bone with nice curves. Look at me, I know look good, look good, look good. I'ma show y'all chicks how to do. Yo nigga, he wish he could.
I'm done.
I mean, there's still another minute and 56. Let me listen to it.
Fuck
I'm going to
off.
have fucking brain damage in a second.
I'm not watching the rest of it.
I want to watch
Go
it.
home, put it on, jerk off.
Just sit in the car by yourself and watch it, man. Have the AI drive you home.
I don't understand. I mean, that's just...
I know, it's bad, isn't it? There's no saving grace in that. The beat is garbage.
The beat's garbage. What she's saying is absolute trash. Pour me a glass. I like my water wet.
I think we need a palate cleanser.
Pity pat, pity pat, pity pity pat. Look at my ass, it's fitty fitty fat.
But if I said that, I'd be fat shaming her.
You know what kills me? It's not even that line. The one line that I hate is the first line of the chorus. Slow songs, they're for skinny hoes. What if I came out and said...
She's skinny shaming.
What if I came out and my first line of my breakout single was slow songs are for fat bitches?
Yeah.
I would get killed. As in, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember when I first saw this, I had to stop it after that. And then I went back and watched it again. Maybe there's something I'm missing. You know, a song's growing you. Maybe you're not missing the avant-gardeness of it or whatever.
Avant-gardeness.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is terrible. This is actually terrible. Missy Elliott was a front runner for women's hip hop in the 90s and 2000s. They've reduced her to this.
She's made her money though, hasn't she?
Yeah. Ironically, she was overweight back in the day. Now she's lost a heap of weight. And she's on a song talking about thick hoes.
I think we need a nice palate cleanser now. I think we should listen to at least
the Imperial March.
Soviet Union theme song.
My always go-to for a good palate cleanser.
All right, why not?
Buckethead, Sail on Sousa.
Oh, it's too slow.
Yeah, I know, but I love the end of it.
No. Do you know what we need? Buckethead. What was it called? I always forget the name of it. It's
Jericho.
No, it comes out firing. He's all over it.
It's almost every song.
No. Buckethead. I'm pretty sure it was on the same album.
It's the thing on the ferry.
The Devil and the Fairy.
Is it that one?
That's I figured out how to play that.
That's a very good one.
I figured out how to play that.
No, but that doesn't come out hard.
Okay.
This one?
Now, Devil and the Fairy has got some of the best guitar work you're ever going to hear. It's so simple. Buckethead's genius was all about the fact that He could play like a freak, like a robot, like AI, but it was his most simple crap that was the most captivating, man. I figured out how to play the main lick to this. I used to sit here, have this on loop, and I'd just jam over it. Do you remember this?
I remember Buckethead, yeah. I lost my interest deeply for instruments.
What do you mean?
Because of the home situation. I deeply lost my interest for anything that sounds like a guitar.
They can't let that ruin it.
Oh, it ruined it.
Come on.
Oh, it ruined it. Ruined it.
This main lick, I'll never get over this main. I used to have this on like loop. The main part, like the chorus, whatever, I'd literally loop it up from start to finish and just have it run through, and I'd sit there for hours just trying to play the main riff. Fucking Buckethead.
This is a good closeout song.
Yeah.
You can always end it on an Imperial March if you want.
I started watching Andor.
And?
Not bad.
What's that?
Star Wars.
Star Wars what?
Andor.
No, but like, what's the show?
It's like set on a mining colony sort of thing. So it's a bit more like old age based. It's actually pretty good though.
When's it based?
Where in the story is it set?
I don't know. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, so
I told you, after these sequels, it just ruined it for me completely, so I've just completely fallen off.
it's pretty good. I only watched the first two movies.
That's all he had.
You sat and watched the first two of these sequels.
Yeah.
And I think actually what I was telling you last time was actually the second one, not the first one.
Oh, okay.
Of the new sequels. But yeah.
Do you want to kill this? Because I want to. Something to tell you guys anyway.
Yeah, done. Bye.
Hold up.